Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So this is a little bit different topic than usual. It has to do with YouTube and, well, what's wrong with YouTube? And some of you may be sitting there thinking, yeah, YouTube has been acting really funny lately. It's been showing me stuff from years ago. It's giving me notifications from all these channels I used to watch that I haven't watched in years. I've been following all these tech channels and I'm not getting notification on tech channels. All my favorite content creators are saying that my channel is dying, the views are gone, it's the end of the world. There's something rotten in Denmark, for lack of better terminology, and I have a theory on this. A theory on what's wrong with YouTube, what's wrong with tech YouTube, and when is it going to get better? And that's what I want to talk about in this video. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's discuss this whole YouTube dilemma. So everybody, I think at this point, knows about the YouTube algorithm. And there have been a lot of changes over the last year. And a lot of people experienced really good years in 2020. And as sad as 2020 was, so many people were at home watching videos all the time. They were watching video after video after video after video, and our watch times were up, our view counts were up, our subscribers were up. We had this giant influx of all these people who were fixed, looking at their computers and their tablets and their phones like never before. It's something that's just never happened before. And it was great until it wasn't. And there have been a lot of changes now in 2021 that I think have directly impacted that. Some of those stemming from 2020 and some of them unique to 2021. See, a lot of people seem to think that one of the reasons people think views are down is because people are going back out into the world. You look around the landscape, especially here in the United States, and pretty much everything is open. You can go to the coffee shop, you can go to the movie theater, you can go to the bowling alley, you can go out and get your favorite Mexican food. You don't have to be sitting there watching your phone at home all the time because you have nothing else to do. Some people still choose to do that, and that's great. I'm an introvert. I like to stay at home. I don't blame you. Well, that may or may not be part of the problem. And it was interesting to me. I thought that was part of the equation until I was looking, and the watch time on YouTube back in like May was like the highest it's ever been. At least if I remember correctly. They were saying that like looking at YouTube and the views that it was getting on there was like crazy exponentially higher than like so many other things. It was like number one. Like content is still pretty much king when it comes to YouTube. So I'm like, well, if people are still watching a ton of YouTube, why aren't they watching tech videos? Is it because we're annoying? Is it because they're onto the creator shenanigans where people are like tired of seeing videos with the title that says why you should buy an iPhone 12 Pro Max, why you shouldn't buy an iPhone 12 Pro Max, 5 reasons why you should buy an iPhone. People kind of get tired of that. I mean, I think they do. Maybe they're tired of the clickbait. Maybe they're tired of the blow-up doll face in every single one of these tech YouTube thumbnails. Like, I refuse to ever do that. Like, ever. Never will I do that. If I do that, unsubscribe to my channel. Literally, do it. So, I mean, maybe there's something wrong with the way we're presenting it. But people are, by and large, I think, still pretty good at what they do. I mean, people are good at getting views. And if you know how to get views, then usually that kind of continues to work out. So you make the same content. YouTube instills that. If you get a good positive feedback on a video, make another video like it. If you get good traction on a topic, make more like it. If your thumbnail did so good on this area, make more thumbnails like that. It reinforces behavior. Why does it do that though? Why does YouTube reinforce this behavior? Do they care about your channel? Do they care about what people are making? Absolutely they don't. See, the algorithm and YouTube could care less what you're making. They could care less if you're watching a cooking show. They could care less whether it's a tech video. They could care less whether you're watching F1 racing. They don't care. What YouTube cares about is money. And they have proven this time and time again. All they care about is eyes on the video. So much so that they even have YouTube Shorts now because they're trying to compete with TikTok, because TikTok is taking away all the low-hanging fruit, all the dopamine-inducing quick gratification to watch these videos over and over and over. So they're trying to compete. They want people to watch YouTube, not just for long videos, not just for documentaries, not just for my lame BlackBerry videos, if you find them that way. But they want everything. YouTube has been losing views to TikTok. But I don't think that's the problem either. That's just another area of the platform where YouTube is trying to expand out and try and make YouTube the end-all be-all. See, YouTube only cares about watch time and money. So much so that now they even monetize creators who can't monetize themselves. So now, it used to be if you had a channel of a certain size, you couldn't monetize your channel. But now, Google will put ads in there for you. They're even forcing channels on the back end, because you have no control over it. They're going in and putting ads in videos for people who are not able to be monetized, who have no choice to put ads anyway. So that to me was an indicator a little while back. So YouTube Shorts was an indicator. The monetization of unmonetized channels was an indicator, which of course if you are monetized and you choose not to, you can turn it off. But if you can't monetize your own channel, you can't turn it off. You're just stuck with Google making money off your videos and you get nothing out of it. So there's that. And then there's the underlying fact that Google and YouTube only care about watch time and numbers and money. So when you look at it and what they're doing here, they are focused on what makes money. So I don't know whether that's tourism. I don't know whether that's cooking videos. I don't know whether that's, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know it's not tech. So I don't think that there's necessarily something wrong with tech right now. The thing that's wrong with tech is people are not interested in it. Why? Well, the global economy is down. And we've got the stimulus money, which was great. I mean, the nice dollars that were free flowing from the government, that was good. People went out and bought stuff. That's cool. But at some point that ends. 2, inflation is going up. 3, unemployment is still down. So that means that there's less people looking to buy stuff. So if you look at tech reviews, we review products. Why do we review them? Because people are trying to make informed decisions about going to go buy them. So if people are not spending money, they're not looking at reviews because they don't care, because they're not going to go buy the product. So that's one thing, one reason I think it's down. People are not watching as much tech videos because people are not buying as much stuff. 2, there's not interesting stuff in the tech world right now. And yes, there is all this. This should be an indicator. There is so much controversy about this new Apple battery bank. Like, people getting wrapped around the axle about it. That tells you there's not much to talk about right now. So in the tech industry right now, in the tech landscape, there's not a whole lot of cool stuff. See, at the beginning of the year, we had the Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Ultra, S21 Plus. We had some other cool stuff that came out. We had the OnePlus 9, OnePlus 9 Pro. What is there? Like, what is there available right now to look at on the tech side? Not a whole lot. So, looking at the future landscape, we've got the, well, we don't. We don't have the Note coming up. Well, that sucks. Why don't we have the Note? Because there's not enough chips. Well, there's not enough microchips being able to be produced to make a lot of new phones. So normally right now, Samsung would be just like throwing new models of phones left and right. They would have like the A21, the A31, the A51, the S21, the S21 Fan. They would have all these phones right now. Where are they at? All the Xiaomi stuff is on a down cycle right now. There's just nothing that comes out during the summer. So over the last month or two, there's been no major phones. I mean, we can talk about the Sony phone, the Xperia 1 Mark III or whatever it's called. Well, that's popular in very small, like, micro niches. LG is gone. Like, LG's dead. They don't make phones anymore. And then BlackBerry, we're still waiting on that phone. That phone's not here yet. So there's a lot of phones that are not here, a lot of phones that have been delayed, a lot of phones that don't exist anymore. So the typical time during the middle of the year when there might be a few things that come up, there's just nothing. Like, there's nothing at all. So we're waiting. And part of that also, it's not just phones, it's anything that involves a microchip. And it's hilarious because if you look, one indicator that's really interesting to me is that the used car market is up so much right now. Like, you can get more money than like ever for your used cars. Why? Like, why would anyone do that? Because they can't get new cars. They don't have the chips to make the new cars. So people still need cars. So now these lots are buying these used cars at more money than they would normally pay so they can have something on their lot. When I was looking for my Supra the other day, I went out and I actually was looking at like the Camaro Z01 or possibly a Corvette, and I couldn't find one. There was not one on a lot anywhere. There was not a Camaro. There was hardly any trucks. There were no Corvettes. There was no fancy anything. They had like, I don't know, maybe like a Pacifica. There was not a whole lot on like the Chrysler lot. There was no Mustangs worth buying. There was no Challengers worth buying. There was like nothing out there. That's because you can't get it. So if you can't get the cars because there's no chips, you can't get the phones because there's no chips, that permeates to a lot of things. There's a lot of electronics that need microchips. On top of that, People can't even get graphics cards because all the crypto miners have bought them up. So there's not a whole lot in the electronic landscape right now. There's not a whole lot in the tech industry that's exciting. People can't go out and get a phone. They can't go get a new car. They can't go get all these tertiary things that are connected. So, 1, people are watching TikTok. 2, people are going back out into the world. 3, people don't have money. 4, there's no tech products. So if you add all 4 of those things together, that kind of, I think, explains why the tech YouTube world is down right now. And if the tech YouTube world is down, that means that YouTube's not pushing it. YouTube pushes what people watch. That's all they care about. This goes back to YouTube cares about money and watch time. If YouTube cares about money and watch time, and people are not watching tech because they're not buying, because they're not at home, because there's no new products out there, well, then why would YouTube push it? And if they're not pushing it, why would the notifications go out? Because YouTube already prioritizes notifications to people they think are going to be receptive to them when they send them out. Because YouTube doesn't just push them out to our subscribers anymore. So when you take all that into consideration, it makes a lot of sense. So when you factor in all those things and you know that Google cares about watch time and money, I'm sorry, that's why they're not pushing your videos. So they're not prioritizing sending it out to people. They're not pushing it. It's not being on the recommended list, which means that the views go down. And if the views are going down, that means that there's less AdSense revenue. So why does YouTube care? Like, YouTube is not a person. YouTube is an algorithm. And if the algorithm is not getting information back on watch time and money, saying we need to send this out to more people because it's what they're interested in right now, then they're going to find something else. So all of those things, there's nothing wrong with your channel. I mean, there might be, and that's a whole other conversation that I'm not having with you. This is a global, like, overarching conversation. So when you look at it and you understand why YouTube is being the way that it is, why your views are down, why your revenue's down, why your subscribers are down, why you're not getting traffic on your traditional content, then it all makes sense. And this is my theory, and I think the argument is okay to support this theory. So what do? Well, if you are a subscriber, if you are a viewer and you like tech stuff, then go out there and support your tech YouTubers. Find new ones. Watch the videos. Watch the old videos. Watch the ones that are important and relevant to you. Make sure you have the notification thing turned on for all videos. That way you can support the guys out there that you care about, because I'm going to tell you, I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on Twitter. I see people, my channel's dead. My channel's dead. I'm not getting views. Me personally, I'm down almost 200,000 views over what my average is. Right now, I'm at the lowest point in my views in the last 16 months. And that's okay. I mean, I don't live off of YouTube. It's not that big of a deal. I look at it from a concern, an area of concern where what's wrong? How do we fix it? What's the plan moving forward? So if you're making videos, continue to make your content. Strategize. Have a short-term and a long-term game plan. This drought is going to end, and I predict it's going to end about the middle of August and start getting better as the tech refresh cycle comes about. We're going to have new Samsung earbuds. We're going to have new folding phones. We're going to have the Pixel on the horizon. We're going to have the iPhone on the horizon. We're fixing to go into Techtober, Tech September. All that stuff is going to spin back up again. You have to be ready. This is not one of those things where you can sit on the sideline and go, oh, well, things are bad right now. I guess I'm just going to go eat chimichangas and I'm not going to make videos. Continue to make videos. If you are a content creator, it's not you. It's not. And I've had this conversation with so many people. We're all down right now. But when you're down, that's when you need to pick yourself up. That's when you need to put your big boy pants on. That's when you need to keep creating your content. So 1, create content. 2, have a plan. Strategize. Look for your next product. Look for your next review. Be creative. Come up with ideas for videos that you can make. If you've got some projects that you want to do, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to experiment. And this happened, another tech drought in February, March of last year. And people were saying the same thing. They're like, oh, there's always a drought in January, but now there's a drought in February. It's not getting any better. I guess I'm just not going to make videos. If you don't make videos, if you don't prime the algorithm, if you don't engage with your audience, if you don't make meaningful, relevant content, then when the YouTube algorithm does swing back in our favor, you're going to be behind the power curve, and it's going to be even more depressing because you're going to see people who've been putting in the work with their stuff is going to be successful, and then everyone's going to be happy. The viewers are going to be happy because they're getting content. YouTube's going to be happy because they're getting views, they're getting watch time, they're getting money, and you're not going to be getting subscribers, you're not going to be getting views, and your channel is not going to take off. So now is the time to reinvest in yourself. reinvest in your channel, invest time in your community, because those are the people who care about you. Those are the people who are watching this video right now saying, yeah, I hate seeing my favorite YouTubers like this. Why am I not getting the videos I normally see? And they're going to look for other stuff to watch. So double down, reinvest in yourself, work on your content, have a plan, have a long-term plan, have a short-term plan. Make stuff that makes the algorithm happy, make stuff that makes your audience happy, and put on your smiley face and go to work. And that's my pep talk. That's my insight on this. That's why I think YouTube's not broken. YouTube is still making money. YouTube is getting more views than it's ever gotten historically. So if YouTube is still okay, there's got to be a reason. If you're still making content the same way you used to and it's not getting views, YouTube's not being pushed right now towards tech because it's dead. But it will come back alive. It will very soon. And where you're going to be at. And YouTube and viewers, they're going to be the winner. The viewer's always the winner because they're going to get what they want to watch, or they're going to watch something else that brings them entertainment value. And that's where we're going to move into the future. So that's all I've got in this video. I know there's a lot here. And it's not my typical video, but this one I wanted to explain to the viewers because I've had a lot of people say, hey, I'm not getting notifications. Hey, it's not recommending your videos for me anymore. Hey, I'm getting recommended stuff I haven't watched in years that I don't care about. Well, that's because YouTube is trying to push stuff that, one, it thinks you used to watch because you're not watching the other stuff because there's not as many new videos, or two, because they're trying to figure things out because they're trying to get more views, more money. And you know, if you're on the subscriber side, that's going on. But if you're on the creator side, it's not you. It's not. So keep doing what you're doing. Believe in yourself and your channel. And the viewers and the content creators, we will win. There will be a revival in the tech world. And in the next month or two, when everything's back to normal, we won't even think about this anymore. But right now, it's a problem. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.